Hey Pisces, welcome to your general love read. This is for August 24th through the 30th. However, time is fluid, so whenever you come upon this, if it resonates for you, it is meant for you, okay? If it does resonate for you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. That is a really wonderful way to give gratitude back to me. As well, if you look into the description box, there is the link to the extended program, which sometimes contains angel numbers. There is the link for all of the decks that I use, for donations, which I truly appreciate, as well as personal readings, which do tend to book up pretty quickly. Also, if you are new to the channel here, I do start out by picking a card for the collective from my Mindset Unicorn channel deck, okay? And that is a way for, no matter what this reading is about, to give some sort of intentional energy to you before I pull in the energy of the reading. After I pull this card, I will pull the intention and lay out the foundation, and then I'll go through everything with you, okay? So let's see what's going on here, okay, for our Pisces. Okay, for the collective, all right, I get birth. So, beautiful card, all about creation, okay? The channeled message, whatever you desired is ready to be born. Giving birth should be your greatest achievement, not your greatest fear. Okay, so I feel like for the collective, okay, you have tuned into what is needed from you. Okay, and not just from love. I feel like for like the whole universal sort of energy. And for some of you, there may be a sense of fear. Okay, you may be still holding on to some of that. I can't be, I don't have enough, I will be judged sort of an energy. Okay, but I want you to know that you're here for a purpose. And so whatever it is that you feel like you've been called to, go out and do it. I put off doing this channel for years because as an intuitive and also being like a holistic health coach and certified personal trainer, you know, I didn't want my clients to be like, well, that's weird that you've been kind of just tuning into me for all of these years when you've worked with me. And that was silly, because what I found was that when my clients realized that they were actually getting really like quantumly valuable information on their own inner abilities and what their body and their soul and their energy was asking for, they were thrilled. Nobody was like, well, gall, I wish you were just like some regular reading out of a book type of person. Although I do have on my wall, I've got the diplomas and the certifications, okay? But nobody was like, well, I wish that you wouldn't have told me that. And so don't wait to do what you're feeling called for, because you're being called to this for a reason, all right? The intention for the reading here, okay, I've got integration. So I do feel like you are really trying to pull things together, okay? There's a lot going on. In order to come through this birth, you're ending a cycle. It's a completion, okay? And so you're really pulling together the yin and the yang energy here to make sure that you're bringing balance to it. Now, for some of you, that can be difficult, because in order to bring in the balance of the Two of Cups, You have to get over, okay, whatever this sadness is of the Three of Cups, all right? And so there is this emotional, almost like detachment that I feel like some of you were having. It's kind of like in that first months, you know, the first beginning of pregnancy, before you have the tender breasts, or before you have morning sickness, whether you know, get it or not, before you can feel that child within you or see that baby bump, there can be almost a detachment sometimes for some people. And all of a sudden, the first time they feel like their child hiccup, or, you know, especially for the divine masculine, because they're not having the body changes. They actually have to wait until they start seeing the progression happen to start feeling really emotionally engaged and involved in this birthing process. And so I feel like there was this sort of emotional detachment that was happening, and all of a sudden it's all poured out. Okay, and so now you're kind of going through that energy. In the past here, okay, you may have felt like there wasn't enough and that you had to kind of hoard and really scramble, okay, to take care of your needs, always looking ahead to this space where you wanted to be and that you felt that you should be, but you just were limiting yourself to actually get there. I feel like the current energy as you're doing this final sort of integration is that there's a lot of inward energy. There's this energy where you are fighting internally about the choice to take yourself out here front and center, okay? And you need to know that almost none of that is yours, okay? If you go really back into the energies of your very younger years, that's when you will start finding things that are telling you not to stand out of your comfort zone. Like when I was 2, okay, we were traveling and I turned on the shower in the hotel, well, it was probably a motel then, and turned it off. And I walked out soaking wet, and I told everyone there, just checking it out. And they laughed at me, and the energy that I took in was that I was wrong and I was being judged for my curiosity. Okay, and so for a very long time, I stuffed all of that curious energy deep, 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 deep down. And so whatever you're going through here, okay, it's really about either on your own doing that or working with someone like myself intuitively to kind of dig through that and bring it out so that you can work through that inner conflict and release it to have this birth, have this progression happen. I have been working on a program, I'll let you guys know when it releases, to really help people to understand tarot, to be able to read the tarot for yourself, and to divine messages, because we're all intuitive, okay? Future energy. I feel like when you come into this birth, okay, it kind of like when the feminine gives birth, all of a sudden the masculine has this, wow, that is part of me, okay? Or that is my child. And it doesn't have to be a male. I'm talking about the whatever the masculine energy that would be there that is not carrying the child, okay? And even this, you know, can happen when you adopt a child, okay? The divine feminine in the couple may be nesting and nurturing and, you know, feeling it more than the divine masculine in the couple until the child is actually there. So I feel like once this, whatever you're integrating and birthing, actually comes forward here in this future energy, okay, it opens up this beautiful new possibility of love, where this divine masculine energy is like, oh, now I see this path that we are on together, and my cup has overflowed and I'm awakened. Okay, so let's clarify a little bit deeper. And if I burst into combustion here, it's because it is now like over 90 degrees in my office. Old Seattle house, no air conditioning. So be it. Okay, you are definitely working on yourself, okay? Working through issues to get to this new beginning. I do feel that you're doing it all, not necessarily for you, but you're doing it for family. Okay, you're doing it for having that full connection, that full love, and perhaps even doing it for, okay, your divine soulmate here. And perhaps your soulmate, I'm getting that perhaps they aren't seeing it, especially if you are the divine feminine in this relationship. And so you feel, you know, really heartbroken that they don't see everything that you are putting in. Okay, in the past energy here, I feel like there was a lot of communication that you had about the actions that you wanted to take forward, okay, to get to this new beginning, because you were feeling really freaked out about money, or, you know, your housing, or even just the idea of abundance. All right. And it was sometimes falling, okay, on deaf ears, where your person would listen and then they wouldn't really listen or care. And it's important to understand that this person, okay, they were really not listening to you because they were so focused on what they wanted to create, okay, for this new beginning, that that's all that they could listen to. That's all that they could focus on. And so they weren't engaged, okay? So you were misreading their not believing in you. It was actually just them in their own stuff, okay? And that's not great, but it is what it is. Okay, Five of Wands, clarified by the Five of Wands. So you are really fighting, okay, about all of this. I feel like you are bringing in a very restrictive energy. Almost like, you know, you see it sometimes on the shows where this woman is about to give birth and she's suddenly like, no, I'm not going to. This hurts. I'm not enjoying this. I've been in labor for 36 hours. I'm not letting this child out. But here's the thing, that restriction doesn't open up any doors, and so the universe will blow them open, okay? Because you can't keep that baby in forever, all right? And so there's this energy where you're like, I just want to go back to wherever I was in the past, where I felt like all of this was good. My relationships, my finances, my dreams, it was simple. I want to go back. But unless you have a very special time traveling tool like my one Emperor or, you know, Doctor Strange, you're not going there. Okay, this future energy with the King of Cups, okay, it is completing a cycle and bringing things back into balance, all right? It's not always going to feel like this. I feel like this person, all right, is going to come back into synergy with you and start helping you and working with you. And suddenly I feel like you guys are going to get each other's dreams together. All right, Three of Wands here. I do feel like you have felt like you're working alone. All right, so that will be a really nice energy for you because yes, you will be coming back into that combined sort of work. All right, so let's see a little closer look. Some of these cards got somehow moved a little bit. Yeah, what is going on here? Sometimes this happens and it drives me bananas. Okay. And I just finished a reading, okay? So I did put them all back appropriately. So it's actually energy, not just me being crazy. And sometimes it's because you are fearful and you don't want to hear things. Okay, yeah. Queen of Cups, you've got so much love for this person, okay? And they're your King of Cups, all right? So you are a match team. I feel like you've been hiding your true potential from them and in your head about it a lot. But this, okay, Page of Swords, you're almost ready, okay, to bring that truth out, okay? You are doing a lot of shadow work, all right, in order to bring this synergy back. This really is about taking a brand new leap for you in a way that you haven't done before, okay? Okay, here's the thing that you may not realize, okay, about your person. Here in this past energy where you felt like they didn't care about what you were doing and they just weren't listening, okay? Five of Wands. They were going through a similar energy as you are, all right? But theirs was really pretty big here with this Tower. And they were overwhelmed, okay, with what direction to take in their life. And I feel that you just weren't quite clear on that, all right? Because you were so involved in this project that you're doing. Okay, some of you may, because your person is being emotionally distant, okay, emotionally distracted, some of you may feel or have a fear that there is a third party here, okay? And so you are starting to put up this guard against your person. Now, it could be because there is energy from the past where there was, okay, a third party, but what I'm getting is that this is just your projection, okay? He does love you and care for you, but they're in the same mindset that you are, this scarcity, this lack, all right? Okay, this future energy coming together, all right? Eight of Cups, usually it's like falling apart, but for me, this card today feels like it's coming together. Like you guys, like it shows this like progression of going from this young to this more mature energy where you're finally able to take this on, okay? And there's that Five of Cups. All right, that synergy will allow you to come back and get what had gotten away from you in the past. And with the Page of Wands here, okay, it's taking this new action step. I feel like on both parts for this love to come together. Okay, the Divine Feminine in this connection, all right? Yeah, you are transforming, working on yourself, removing deception, okay, for this new energy. And the Divine Masculine, although they may have been in and out in the past, okay, they're coming into this inner strength. This is moving forward exactly the way that it's meant to, all right? We see the Ten of Wands here in the future. We see it here again from the universe to start anew with this love, okay? You just don't realize that you're both actually on the same path. Emotional release. Exactly, okay? And look, it's almost like a birth, okay? So you're letting go. You've got to let go of all of these emotions that you have been carrying around for so long that are not serving you. And I feel like your person is doing that similar energy here, all right? And when you get there, you're going to get there together. So I hope that this helped. I'm going to move to the extended. The link is in the description box, and unlike many programs, you're actually just paying the one low fee, and then you will get all of the extendeds for the month, okay? So I hope to see you there. Bye.